What's going on, true believers? Welcome to another episode of One Shot. I am your host, Mr. J, and I know I've been gone for a week. I've been doing some rearranging of my area, and just recently got access back to this seat right here. But I got 2 weeks worth of stuff to go through, so let's hop right into it, shall we? I want to start off with the big boys here, just to get them out of the way. Batman One Dark Knight, written and drawn by Jacques. I think this series is absolutely fantastic. Batman trying to transport the villain known as, I believe, EMP to Blackgate, and he winds up knocking the power out to the whole city. And Batman doesn't have any of his normal gadgets, trying to negotiate several dark blocks, I believe, of Gotham, trying to dodge several gangs that are all trying to track them down and either kill, free EMP, or just cause havoc in general. Fantastic story. Can't wait for more. And another big boy, The Lion and the Eagle #2, Garth Ennis. This series, I don't know what it is about it that attracts me to this book, because I mean, if I didn't like the content, the material, what it's about, I don't know if I would like this book so much, because it's kind of slow at parts. But man, the artwork, I love it. The content, what it's about, I dig it. Can't recommend it for everyone, but it definitely is a good read for me. Let's get through some of these ones from last week. Rogue Sun. I believe this is issue #2. Rogue Sun, the original Rogue Sun, is dead. Leaves his suit and stuff to one of his estranged sons, who is now learning to take on the mantle of Rogue Sun, but now having to deal with established enemies of the previous Rogue Sun, and as well as dealing with issues with his estranged father. This is definitely a different. It feels familiar, but at the same time, man, this book feels so different, and I'm happy I'm reading this one. Love this cover. Spawn 328. If you're not on Spawn, I say it every time, you should be. One of the few books that's still only $2.99. Spawn still trying to maintain control of the dead zones while fending off attacks from all the different groups, heaven and hell, both trying to unlock the dead zones. Story is really good. Artwork is great, as usual. And that $2.99 price tag, can't recommend Spawn enough. Ghost Rider issue #2, one of the series that's absolutely blowing my mind right now. I love how they're getting more into the horror of this character. He's I don't know how to quite describe it. He's kind of going around right now like a nomad, just trying to figure things out, and he just kind of stumbles into like crazy serial killers and stuff like that. Absolutely great. I love the storytelling. The artwork is fantastic. This book is gory, I'll tell you that much. So if that's not your thing, stay away. But man, if you like horror books, the new Ghost Rider series is where it's at. Dark Ages #6. This is the finale, I believe, of the Dark Ages storyline. I don't know, kind of felt a little rushed. Could have been a little bit more there. But, overall, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the story, the kind of post-apocalyptic dystopian timeline that they did with this one, and how they kind of had to figure out how to use their powers while at the same time, no tech, or low tech, I guess you could say. New Burn issue number 5. This one kind of threw me for a loop. I felt like, man, what did I miss? He was in jail. They gave him a cellmate that he was kind of familiar with. He had been the reason that several other cellmates were there, so they were after him, trying to kill him in prison. But his cellmate protected him, and he kind of gets along with the cellmate. But it turns out he was in there for another reason, to again find out how some rival gangs got information and who they got it from. And this was a great story. I love this series. Chip Zdarsky, I'll say his name again, I'm sure, coming up soon. Fantastic writer. Bounty Hunters, issue 21. They gave us Bounty Hunters 2 weeks in a row, which, I don't know, felt weird to me. But, I did enjoy this series quite a bit when they were following Valance. Now that they're following a bunch of other people that I really I don't care for too much, maybe like Zuckus and Forlome and Bosk, but all these other people that they're trying to make me care about, I really don't care. I'm just kind of in for the ride on this one, just because, something to read. And they did release one. Let me see if I can find it so I can just get it out of the way. This was this week's copy, 22. Like I said, it's just meh, not that great. Apex issue number 4 of 4. Homage cover done by the world's best cover artist currently, in my opinion, David Nakayama. I feel like I wanted way more in this book. I think they could have gotten more than 4 issues out of it. I don't know what their contracting with EA and stuff is, but I think there could have been a lot more story here. And I thought they did very good with it. And it's always good to have a Dark Horse book back on my pool. A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance, issue number 6. Rick Remender. This series has been absolutely fantastic. And I have no idea where it's going, and maybe that's why I like it so much. Not dialogue heavy at all. We're following this guy who, in the beginning, I thought maybe had assassin contacts, but maybe he doesn't. He's kind of learning to fend for himself off the grid, learning to shoot and whatnot now. Taking care of a child that isn't his. This series has been great. What can I say? Highly recommend it. I think the first trade just recently came out, so definitely pick that one up. Step by Bloody Step. Absolutely zero dialogue in this book. The whole story is told through the artwork. And it's this giant metal, I don't know, kind of machine, but it's definitely got somebody inside protecting this normal sized human child. And while the giant's fighting, the child's doing normal child stuff. And I mean, the story that's told through the images is fantastic. But I want to know. I want so much more. I want to know what's going on. And I'm all on board. Just the concept alone of just no dialogue. I mean, it's fantastic, fantastically drawn, and can't wait for more on that one. Silver Surfer Rebirth issue 3. Someone is bending reality currently, sending our characters through different realities. He sent Silver Surfer into a reality where he is again under the thrall of Galactus and having to pick planets out for him. And then Thanos is sent to a reality where, what's her name? One of his daughters. It's not Gamora. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. But she is kind of in control of everything and taking an army into battle, and Thanos shows up and kind of just wipes the floor with all of them. I mean, the story is pretty good so far. The artwork is great. Again, there's so much good artwork out there right now. I don't think I've seen a book lately that I haven't said, I don't like that artwork, like, at all. But there are definitely several books out there that I'm like, the artwork is fantastic. But Silver Surfer Rebirth, good story. Hulk, issue number 5. Bruce Banner, our version of the Hulk, is going through a different reality, I guess, where another Bruce Banner he's searching for answers to what the Hulk is and how to control it. General Ross is, I believe, President Ross, and in control of monsters, and he just wants to maintain that control. So we just get a bunch of ultra violence. Bruce Banner is losing control of the Starship Hulk, and I believe Betty, his imaginary Betty, is kind of in control. So we'll see where that one heads. Pretty good series so far. Silk issue number 3. The series is okay. It could definitely be so much more than it is. They have Korean witch zombies and stuff, and I don't know, it's just not that entertaining. But the design, the character design is fantastic. I don't understand what they're doing with this story. I don't know. I don't know how many more I'll pick up on this series, but we'll see. Maybe a couple more. Now we're getting into, let's see, Shadow War Alpha Batman. Ra's al Ghul is giving himself up. Him and Talia, and is getting ready to give the secrets of the Lazarus pits away when he is murdered by what they believe to be Deathstroke. But as you can see, the kind of outfit that he wears, Deathstroke is not actually there. He's in his tower, and he says, I haven't worn that armor in years. So somebody has Deathstroke's armor and has murdered Ra's al Ghul, and has tried to take out Talia al Ghul. And now we're on the hunt to see who's done it. And Talia has now unleashed the entire her forces on Deathstroke, trying to hunt him down. Spider versus Spider. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 93. I believe this was the end of the series before they go into the next volume. Ben Reilly still dealing with his lack of memories, trying to get his memories back from Peter Parker. He's angry now. He's becoming a different character. He's getting away from that Peter Parker mentality that he's always had. So maybe he's going to become something else. We'll find out. Yes, they did make him something else. They gave him a new outfit and a new name. And I thought it was really cool looking. So I'm all on board. I'm ready to see. I love my Ben Reilly. I want to see what they do with him. Now on to this week's stuff. This here, Batman Night of Vengeance, this is, I believe, a compilation of 3 issues of the Flashpoint Batman, which is Bruce Wayne's father. If you know anything about the Flashpoint storyline, the Flash goes back in time to save his mom and completely changes history. I absolutely love that storyline, and I think one of the best things to come out of it is Flashpoint Batman. I believe there's 3 issues in this book, and I liked it. I liked it quite a bit, and I'm ready to see the more Flashpoint stuff for sure. Moon Knight, issue number 10. Man, this series is so good now. There's definitely some more horror and whatnot to this book. There's a fight. The artwork is amazing, by the way, if I haven't said that enough yet. There's a fight between Moon Knight and another character, and I think it's called the Wax Man. And in the end, Moon Knight beats him and then traps him in a steel ball and seals it up, welds it up so he can't get out. And the Wax Man, he's still cocky and saying, I don't need to eat, I don't need to breathe, this isn't going to do anything to me. And Moon Knight's like, yeah, you're right, but I'm going to place this ball inside of this concrete here that they're about to pour for the foundation of this building, and how long will it take for you to go insane? Basically. Wow, it takes a really super dark left turn, and I absolutely loved it. Great read, Moon Knight. Doctor Strange, issue number 2, or not Doctor Strange, sorry, Just Strange. This is his wife taking the mantle of the Sorcerer Supreme. I believe she's the Sorcerer Supreme in another reality as well. And she's fighting one of Mistress Death's entities known as the Harvestman, who is going around, and there's like several souls, kind of zombie-like creatures walking around, and he's there to take them back, but at the same time he's telling Miss Strange there that she's not allowed to bring Doctor Strange back. It's against the rules, and she's not having any of it. Series is pretty good. Don't hate it, but I do want to see a little bit more of where this goes. Apache Delivery Service, this is number 4, I believe the final issue. I thought it was okay story. Nothing super spectacular. I imagine these will probably go cheap real soon. But didn't hate it, didn't super love it. And it was a short series, so can't complain. A surprise, Nottingham, issue number 6. I did not know that the series was coming back so soon. Loved the first 5 issues, and this one, again, did not disappoint. The sheriff is still kind of recovering from his last bout with Robin Hood. And Prince John, not wanting to pay the ransom for his brother, is trying to make it at least look good that he's doing so, and sending out the ransom money, to be captured by some of his other hidden forces, so that he still maintains control of that money, but it looks like he's trying to help out with the people, while still maintaining control. And Robin Hood finds out about it, but Prince John sent the sheriff of Nottingham to take the money and the sheriff has no idea that it's about to be captured. So him and Robin Hood, who are enemies, are now currently working together. Maid Marian, who has her own ideals, is convincing the Merrymen to work for her and to try to take over everything. Fantastic series. I love how it's the retelling of this. It's completely new. The Rocketeer. I am so happy to see that the Rocketeer is kind of making a little bit of a comeback. I used to love the aesthetic of it back when I was a child, and this is the 40th anniversary of the Rocketeer, and there's going to be a great race. The Nazis are involved. I just, absolutely love the aesthetic of the Rocketeer, and I can't wait for more of this. Devil's Reign, issue number 6. Luke Cage for mayor. This series, written by Chip Zdarsky. The artwork is really good as well. Fantastic storytelling. All the heroes are now fighting other heroes and some villains that the Purple Man is controlling for control of New York City. And Wilson Fisk has already killed what he thinks is Matt Murdock, but it's actually his brother. And is kind of just like, I'm done. Let's just run away and just be happy now. Which Daredevil, Matt Murdock, actually comes back and stops him from doing so and is about to kill him when Elektra, of all people, stops him. But obviously, in classic fashion, Kingpin gets away and is he's kind of retiring, it seems like, and he's leaving everything to his son. Luke Cage is going unopposed for mayor, so I imagine he'll get that. And Elektra and Matt Murdock are going off to create a group of, I guess, ninjas, I imagine, called the Fist, to take down the Hand. Definitely setting up some big things for the next few years to come, I'm sure. And a pretty good series. Scorched, issue number 4. The other Hellspawns are definitely not in line with what normal spawns. Plans are for the dead zones. They want to go home. And Spawn's kind of in the way of that. And there's other people telling them, hey, there's ways to do it. And the Spawn's just not listening to any of it. So they're kind of at odds with him. But they're going to be kind of working together, it seems. But there's a kind of I guess you say, some type of prophecy where somebody's going to betray the group. This series is absolutely fantastic. Again, if you're not on the Spawn series stuff, the universe, definitely hop on that. Batman 122. This is kind of a continuation of the that death of Ra's al Ghul. They're kind of going through, investigating, and they learn who it is who kind of set everything up. But they still don't know who the Deathstroke character was. I won't spoil it since I kind of just talked about the first one just now. But, series is pretty good. I do enjoy the Batman series now that Tynion's off of it. I know I say this a lot. I enjoy Tynion's work, but he was phoning in Batman, and I'm kind of glad he's off of it and doing his indie stuff, which he's so much better at. Batman Beyond Neo Year 1. So this is... I haven't read really any Batman Beyond stuff, but this is kind of my first hopping on point with that. I guess Bruce Wayne is dead, and Terry, I believe his name is Terry McGinnis, is Batman, kind of still with the company, but there's a new character who owns the Wayne Enterprises. It's kind of a conglomerate now, and his name is, they call him the Holographic Man, I believe. So there's a new character. He has hard light abilities, and turns out he's a villain, and they go toe to toe in this issue. But they're kind of, he's the owner of the company, so kind of interesting. We'll see where this one goes. That cover is pretty cool too. Spider-Punk #1. It's an okay series, not great. I did see for the first time Captain Anarchy, and I thought that was hilarious. But overall, I don't know. This series is just kind of, it's okay. I'll pick up a few more issues for sure, but not blowing me away with this one. She-Hulk #3. I like this series. It's something different. We're not going around beating up, hulking out and beating up everybody. She's a lawyer, doing more lawyer stuff than anything, while at the same time trying to help Jack of Hearts figure out, kind of what happened to him and what's going on with his powers. It's great. It's a great series. I don't know. It's not action-packed, but it's still a good read. Yeah.